In June, my wife Diane and I celebrated our 48th wedding anniversary. In those 48 years, we've had some interesting holiday gatherings, but none like the one in Atlanta, Georgia, that never happened. Hi, this is Tony Agnesi. We were young, married only a few years, and seeking out an adventure or a new job in Atlanta. I had just received a job offer to program one of the first talk radio stations in the country, Ring Radio. I can still remember our drive to Atlanta, Diane in her Monte Carlo, and me in my Honda Civic as we trailed each other down I 85. We were young and inexperienced. Diane had never been out of the state of Ohio, and our honeymoon was the first time that either of us had ever been out of the country. In Atlanta, we made friends quickly. Many folks were just like us. They were Northerners from Pennsylvania and Ohio and Indiana and Michigan, and they'd all left their families to seek out new employment in a new environment. People were very friendly. You know, Diane and I joined a local Catholic church, a small gathering, mostly of Northerners. We all met in a small activity center near our home. The priest there was an Irish missionary to the United States. It was the mid 1970s. Vietnam was still fresh in the country's consciousness, and I was in the Army Reserves. We had drill weekends in Rome, Georgia, as well as summer camps in Wisconsin and Virginia and other posts. One of our small church's outreaches was to adopt a few South Vietnamese families who had settled in our area. Life in Atlanta was pretty good until we realized that we would not be going home for Thanksgiving. My new job meant that we would be celebrating the holiday away from our family in Ohio. And then Diane had a great idea. She said, "You know, I'm sure there are many couples just like us that won't be making it home to their families for Thanksgiving. Let's host a big Thanksgiving dinner right here at our place." What a great idea, I said. And everybody was going to enjoy Diane's fantastic cooking and baking. That's a great idea. Well, we invited four other couples to join us, and everyone accepted our invitation. Diane was preparing the menu. We bought a turkey, and I even got a holiday ham from my employer. So there would be plenty of food for everyone. The day before our big feast, one of the couples called and told us that they wouldn't be making it to the dinner. Her husband was able to get plane reservations last minute, and they were going to go back home to Michigan. Well, there were still three couples joining us. That night, as Diane was getting all the ingredients together for our meal, the phone rang again. And you guessed it, another couple called to cancel. "Boy," I said to Diane, "there's sure going to be a lot of food for just six people." I said that with a great deal of disappointment in my voice. Well, Thanksgiving morning arrived and the phone rang twice more, each with the same news that our guests would be spending Thanksgiving somewhere else. Diane and I were in shock. All this food and the expectations of the great time that we would have all vanished as I hung up the phone the final time. We spent the next hour or so with shared tears of disappointment. So what do we do now? What do we do with a turkey and a ham and all the side dishes and desserts? And then Diane had another idea. "You know, let's box it all up and bring it to the Vietnamese families that our church had sponsored. They can celebrate our U.S. holiday with their families," she said, choking back her tears. "At least someone will be having a family Thanksgiving." Well, that's exactly what we did. And as we looked at the faces of the Vietnamese families, it was difficult to describe the reaction. They spoke very little English, but their tearful thank yous were all that Diane and I needed to know that we were doing the right thing, that somehow God was directing the whole story. When we returned to our apartment, we realized that it was late and we still had not eaten. "What do you want on your pizza?" I asked as I dialed the number for the local pizza shop. "Pepperoni and green peppers," was her answer. A little more than 30 minutes later, we were enjoying our Thanksgiving meal. We were alone. but shared laughter, and we're glad that the two of us were together. And it was heartwarming to know that God had used us to deliver a miracle to these Vietnamese families. They will forever remember their first Thanksgiving Day. If you enjoy these reflections, we invite you to follow us or subscribe on Facebook and YouTube, and please share them with people you think might benefit from these reflections. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving Day, so we're recording this a day early so that we can enjoy Thanksgiving with our family. God bless you. Have a healthy, happy, blessed Thanksgiving. This is Tony Agnesi.